Hello from the Hack Shack right here in Los Angeles, a tiny spider-infested storage space filled with non-perishable food items scattered about, storage bins filled with God knows what, Christmas lights. You know, a perfect little spot for my YouTube show, The Horror Hack. My name is Johnny, asking you to sit back, relax, breathe in that dusty air, and enjoy my review of Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep is written, directed, and edited by Mike Flanagan based on the 2013 novel Dr. Sleep by the king himself, Stephen King. Now, Mike Flanagan has some serious horror chops. He created The Haunting of Hill House, which was a smash hit series on Netflix in 2018. He wrote some of the episodes and directed most of them, I believe. He also wrote and directed movies like Gerald's Game, Hush, and Oculus. Flanagan did a nice job at keeping a lot of those Kubrick-style moments in Dr. Sleep, leaving room for King's novel, of course, but also at the same time adding some of his own elements. Dr. Sleep is a follow-up to The Shining from 1980. It mostly takes place in present day and follows an adult Danny Torrance, or I guess he's just Dan in the movie now, played by Ewan McGregor. It's been about 40 years since Danny's horrific escape from the Overlook Hotel. Like his father once was, Dan becomes an alcoholic to help cope with his gift of The Shining as he encounters beings from beyond the grave and has terrible visions. He lands a job at a hospice comforting dying patients before they die, thus landing the nickname Dr. Sleep. He later meets a young lady named Abra who also has the gift of The Shining. So he finds himself trying to protect her from a group of semi-immortal psychics who feed off the souls of children who shine. Okay, so I'd say there's three storylines in this movie going on at the same time. First storyline, we have Danny as an adult dealing with alcohol addiction and recovery, and also dealing with old demons from the Overlook Hotel. Second storyline is the young girl named Abra who has The Shining and is learning how to use it and harness its power. And the third storyline is the True Not cults, those group of nomad, semi-immortal psychics who feed off the steam or lives of children that are gifted, aka that have The Shining. I love how through the first act we're getting these three storylines going back and forth, but by the end of the second act, they all come together and form this super story with a lot of conflict. I also like how right off the bat, even before the beginning credits roll, we're hit with those ominous tones and the bird's eye view landscape shot, just like from 1980's The Shining. This homage to Kubrick sets the tone perfectly for what's to come. In the beginning, we go back in time just after the events at the Overlook happened, and we get to see different actors who play Danny as a boy as well as Wendy. It's crazy how much they nailed the casting in that one. I was impressed with the actor that played Kid Danny in Dr. Sleep, but what I thought was crazy good was the actress Alex Esso who portrayed Wendy Torrance. She's not in the film very long, but her mannerisms, dialogue, facial expressions, physical appearance even, she channeled Wendy Torrance really well, and it was so cool to see a fresh take. The nostalgia factor is big in Dr. Sleep. We get to revisit the Overlook Hotel after all of these years and see what kind of shape it's in now, as well as see some of its old characters. And I won't give anything away, but there's this really cool scene where Dan is in the ballroom at the bar, and I'll just leave it at that. That's all I'll say. Okay, now let's talk about the True Not cults, because they are a big part of Dr. Sleep. I only have one major beef with the True Not cult, and that's with Rose the Hat, played by Rebecca Ferguson. I normally like the villains. I root for the bad guy, but I hate these people. They feed off of defenseless children with a gift, brutally murder them, only to acquire their steam, or soul, just so they can live a little bit longer. So yeah, of course, all of that annoys me, but I don't think it annoys me as much as Rose's hat. And I can't pinpoint exactly why I hate it so much. It's like, we get it. Rose the Hat has this bohemian, hippie style chic to her. I just picture Rose the Hat in a thrift store, you know, drinking a kombucha, and like, oh, she comes across a top hat on a shelf with a sticker on it that says $3. And it's like she puts the hat on, stares at herself in the mirror, and is like, you're a star today. Stupid. And before you say anything like, oh, you just hate the hat on her because she's a woman, there's men in the group with hats too. Do you hate those? Yeah, I hate all of them. No, you know what? Yes, I can pinpoint it now. I have it. Okay, it's like Rose. You have the boho chic duds. You meditate on top of an RV outside in the forest. Your boyfriend's name is Crow Daddy. Do you really need the hat? Stop it. And my final thoughts on Dr. Sleep are this. I love how a lot of things evolved from The Shining to Dr. Sleep. Danny may have grown up, people may have died, but there is a new generation of characters with The Shining, as well as new ghosts and villains. We get to see a number of iconic scenes and characters make a comeback from The Shining, and that's exactly what I wanted. It's like seeing your favorite band and they play those 2 or 3 songs from their older albums that you absolutely love. Dr. Sleep is about 2.5 hours, and I get annoyed at people who scoff at runtime even before they see the film, so I normally don't say things like this, but I feel like they could have cut about 30 minutes or so from the film, maybe in the second act. But who am I to say something like that? Like, I would never go up to Mike Flanagan, the director of Dr. Sleep, The Haunting of Hill House, Oculus, Hush. Yeah, could you, dude, could you cut out some of that genius content that you have in Dr. Sleep? Because, I got things to do. I have to review your movie in my dusty spider-infested storage unit, so if you could just... Overall, I'd give Dr. Sleep a solid 8.5 out of 10 because I enjoyed the hell out of it. Okay, horror fans, I hope you liked my review of Dr. Sleep. I'd love to see some comments and likes on this video, so please feel free to do so. Let me know what you thought about this video, the True Knot Cult's stupid hats, and if you've seen Dr. Sleep, make sure to comment about what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it in the comment section. And let's be friends to the end. You know, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Horror Hack. Once again, my name is Johnny. Keep supporting horror, and this has been one hack of a show.